Hey guys, welcome back to Mac's Workshop. We're here in Mac's Workshop, oddly enough. I've done a little bit of rearranging in here, as some of you guys can probably tell that have been around for a while. I moved the lathe back there, did a whole bunch of cleaning up, although it's kind of going to be a bit of a mess again. I moved my bench, I'll turn the camera around. My little bench, that's where the lathe was. The bench was over here before. I just moved it over here against the wall. I got the engine apart for the 1650. It's not pretty. I'll get to that in a minute. 1650 is still here. I, believe it or not, actually did do a little bit of work to it. I moved it around when I was cleaning up here, but I put a couple hydraulic hoses on and fittings and whatnot to tee into that line. You tee in that hydraulic cylinder there. I ran the hoses back here. I think I'm gonna have to make a new bracket for this. I think, looking at it, I don't know what I was thinking the first time. I'm not sure it's gonna work because your top link is right here, and I think it's gonna interfere with this remote. So I might have to. Oh, I can't put it over there either. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do. To be perfectly honest, we'll have to figure something out though. I'll have to try it with a top link on it, I guess, and see how that works. I got a few things here to get ready to go. I got some bolts. Let me just take one out here. Alright, so these are socket head fine thread. These are for the rear. I'm going to put these through the back side of the hubs, and then we'll put lug nuts on. These are 1/2 inch. These are for the front, but you get the idea. That's my plan. I was using steel rod. I don't think I have one around, but there's one right here. I put it in. It'll work good too. I bought threaded rod and I just cut it, but they're not coated. They're not coated with anything, so they're starting to rust. I don't like it. So the socket head bolts, they're like zinc coated or something. So that should work a lot better. Also, I was noticing while we're on the subject, there's a little bit of play in the steering. You can see it in here. I think you can anyway. Maybe not. Let me try to get the camera down in there. So I think I'm going to go on to McMaster Car and order a couple of shims for that and try to shim it and get some of the play out of it, because I mean, it's not bad by any means, but you know, it's a total rebuild on the thing. I basically want to get it back to the way it should be. Not sure what else I got around I didn't mention before. Excuse my shoddy camera work. I got a new cylinder rod for the top link, not top link, for the 3-point hitch cylinder. I can't find it anyway. I got a new cylinder rod for the top. There I'm going again. The cylinder for the 3-point hitch. But I do need to get a couple seals for it, which are basically non-existent. So I gotta fight with that now and try to find that. And I put the cylinder on the rest of the hydraulic lines and finish that up. Still gotta find some brake parts, maybe on eBay or something. Some pads for sure, friction pads. And finish getting that linkage and whatnot together. And just some small stuff like that. And of course, then we gotta move on to the engine. I wanna get the engine in the frame, and then we'll start on the wiring. And I do have to finish the hood and the fender sitting here in primer. Well, that's in primer. I gotta just shoot another coat on it because I was doing some body work. It's like an epoxy primer. And I gotta do the hood. I gotta finish doing the sanding on that. I want to get that ready to paint red because I got this here stuff ready to paint. This is a PTO attachment for the 10 and the 12. So I want to paint that all red at once. I gotta find some sheets to put over the tractor though. So here's the engine. I said I would talk about it. I actually just finished taking this apart. Let me see if I can get some light on the subject. I gotta get a new light for the shop here. So this is it. This is the Kohler K341. Yeah. So you can see in there, maybe. Yes, you can. Those lines, they're pretty deep. I'm not sure exactly what caused them, but it's not real good. So we need to address that. It'll need to be bored over. I never measured it yet. The engine looks to me like it's been into before. There was a lot of like silicone and stuff on it, so I'd say it's been taken apart before, but I'm gonna have to measure that bore and see what size it is. And this here is another problem I found. I don't know if you can see or not. That is, it's stuck there now, but that valve, not guide, seat, that valve seat is loose too. And then this one here seems all right. So that'll have to be addressed if I choose to use this block. But the crank was actually pretty good shape. There's some dirt on it there, but the crank was a good shape, so I don't know. I gotta weigh my options, I guess. Think about what I'm gonna do. I made a huge mess of my bench, I know that. So anyway, that's kind of the story on the engine. I'm kind of, I don't know what I want to do with it. I know what I want to do with it. I'd like to put a new like GX Honda or something in this thing, but I'm not spending $2 grand on an engine for it. So I just gotta watch Kijiji for a while and see what I can find used. I'll probably go ahead and rebuild that. Also, I don't know. We'll see. I like to keep it original, but at the same time, I'd really like to put a GX Honda in it because they're such a nice engine. But anyway. So anyway, that's a little update for you guys. I'm sure some of you have been wondering what's going on with it. Collecting dust mostly, I guess. But yeah, shop is a little bit cleaned. So actually I can at least get stuff in and out of here right now. I gotta put that shelf, that toolbox, I'm gonna put a shelf over here by the lathe. I got the brackets right here. I'm gonna put it right here. So I put my lathe tools in it because I don't have anywhere to put my lathe tools right now. So anyway guys, I just thought I'd do a little quick video for you guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. The old school YouTube talk. I guess you can't rate a video anymore. Hit the like button and share it if you can. So later.